Okay, there we go. Everyone wants to call me when it's time for me to go live. Like this isn't a weekly series. Interesting. Anywho, good morning, everybody. Welcome to this week's Books, Beauty, and Business live segment. My name is Gina Stockdall. I'm the owner and founder of Maryland Jean Designs. I am a little out of breath this morning because I was just running around getting everything situated and put together. So, yeah. How is everybody this morning? If you are watching this live, please put hashtag live or say hey in the comments. If you're watching the replay, please put hashtag replay. Also, please feel free to share into your stories or onto your pages or anything like that, so that way we can get these views on up and start sharing all of this fun stuff with everybody else. So for those of you who are new here, you will hear my two little co-hosts in the background. I have a 5-year-old named Ben and then an 8-year-old named Finn, and you will hear them in and out throughout the day. That's kind of the whole point of Maryland Jean Designs, is building businesses and following our callings that God has given us, while also raising our families and teaching our children. Okay. And teaching our children what it is to follow that calling, even when it looks hard, because you have other responsibilities. So, as you can see today, for those of you who are watching the video, I'm wearing kind of like a royal blue dress today. It has pockets. I wish I could show you kind of like, look, it has pockets. But I felt like being a little girlier today. I'm also going to go out later with my family, so I wanted to look nice. And so my hair is up in my t-shirt to plop so that the curls will kind of be there in the whole 9 yards. Fun. Yeah. So let's go ahead and get started on this makeup, because then by the time the makeup's done, I'm going to go ahead and diffuse this. Not on camera though, because you guys don't want to sit here for 20 minutes and watch that. But yeah, it's not fun for me either. But I will post a picture of my final look in my stories, so be on a lookout for that. I also have my huge water here because I'm trying to hit my water goal of 96 ounces for the day. All right, so I'm trying a new primer today. This one is from Dollar Tree. It's the La Marie Pore Diffusion Makeup Primer. I usually get the Rose Serum primer that they have, and I do actually love that one if you are like a dry skin girly like myself. But then I keep seeing this one on all these TikTok reels and like Facebook reels and stuff. So I decided to give it a go. So this is my very first time ever using this. No, this is not a sponsored product. So it is very like soft though on the skin.
Is it like a scented?
No scent.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which is actually good because some girls are sensitive, like their skin is sensitive to smells, like the perfumes that make the smells. Okay. So it's actually a good thing. So no scent for those of you who are listening and or watching that are sensitive to like the perfumes. So we're gonna let that sit for a second, because then I'm gonna kind of show you my super quick like glam look, I guess, because we're gonna be going out. But I also really want to talk about idols today. I don't know if us Christians discuss idols enough, if that makes sense. You know, we always think about idols as in like money or fame or things like that, but it could also be like buying a house.
Like basically like the Golden Tabernacle and stuff.
The Golden Tabernacle. So what was another idol that was in the Bible? Do you remember?
What was it? There was a tabernacle.
Wasn't the tabernacle that was a problem? What kind of golden animal did they have?
Oh, it was a calf.
It was a calf. Good job.
It was because, well, then they were worshiping it like it was God.
Yep.
And then Moses destroyed it.
And why was that a problem that they were doing that?
Because that's our God.
Right, because God says to have no other idols, right?
Yes.
That's right.
This includes like golden, like tabernacles, like other pictures of stuff, stone, bricks, whatever.
But does having an idol only...
I mean, like, having an idol is fine as long as you're like not like worshiping it.
I get what you're saying, but
basically,
whenever we're talking about the idols and what like God's warning us against, are idols only statues?
No, they
No.
can be pictures.
Well, it can be other things too, right?
Yes.
So the reason I bring this up is, what did we do this morning, Finn?
Yeah, Benjamin, we got a tiny bit into an argument.
No. I mean, that's an everyday occurrence around here. But what did we, all three of us, do after we got up this morning? What did we go do? Huh?
I forget.
We went in the car and went where?
Oh, yeah, we checked out a little neighborhood.
That's right. We went and we checked out a neighborhood.
I like this house. I would just rather stay here, though.
I know you don't want to move, but here's the thing. So we went and we checked out a neighborhood here in the KC
nice.
Metro. And it was really cute. My husband and I found a house that is in our price range for sale there.
The backyard is huge. So
The backyard is huge.
I was impressed.
So here's the thing. One thing that I really like about doing these books, beauty, and business sessions with you guys is being transparent. So on the, I don't know what words I want to use today, guys. To be fully transparent, my husband and I currently rent a duplex, which we absolutely love. I am not putting down renting. I'm not putting down duplexes, apartments, whatever. Everybody deserves to have a home. It doesn't matter what kind it is. However, one of these days, I would love to own my own house if it is in God's will for us, because I personally have never owned a home.
Really?
And I would love to someday be able to kind of like, this is ours, this is where we're setting down roots, that kind of thing. But again, only if it's in God's will for our family. So I like to just look on like Zillow.com just for funsies half the time, because sometimes, I'll be honest, living here in the KC Metro kind of makes me giggle at times, because if you look around in like Independence and Kansas City, and some of like the quote unquote cheaper places to live in the Metro, they'll be like, oh yeah, you can have this house for like $60,000, which is unheard of in today's housing market. But it also has like no floors or walls. So that's obviously not going to happen.
Yeah, not happening with people.
Well, yeah, no. And so,
Why would you want no like floor, no roof?
I know,
What
it's
is
crazy.
going on? What?
It's crazy.
Okay, yeah, that must. Okay, those people are crazy trying to sell you houses like that.
Oh, I mean, yeah. So anywho, but every once in a while, I like to look just to kind of see what is also out there as far as the housing market in our area, because someday I would like to own a house, but I'm not in like a super rush or anything like that. Anywho, so last night I kind of got a little bored and decided to look on Zillow and just to see what's out there and entertain myself for just a little bit. And I stumbled across a house that I actually really, really like. The only real downside to it is on the whole opposite side of the metro. So I would be creating a commute for myself that I don't currently have. So, I mean, there's things to think about, and like, this is not going to be something that we like jump into or anything like that.
Independence, not Blue Springs, and I do not want to move into.
Excuse me. Do we talk about where we're located on lives?
I am just sorry I said that.
Mm-hmm. We're learning about internet safety.
Sorry, guys. I did not mean to say that.
Anywho, so my whole reason I bring all of this up is because I really want to talk about like idols as a Christian, but also idols as authors, Christian authors, and Christian business owners specifically. Because there is absolutely, okay, honey, there is absolutely nothing wrong with wanting to, own your own house or have your business be successful. There's nothing wrong with that. But are we wanting it for the correct reasons? Are we wanting it because this is what God called us to do and we want to make sure that He has all of the glory? Or are we wanting these things because society tells us that we are quote unquote not successful without them? Or did we kind of have our own picture for our lives that maybe we haven't achieved, and we keep putting pressure on ourselves to make sure that those things that we've always pictured are achieved? So it's just those things that like I really like to sit down.
Minnie's sitting by the stairs.
Minnie is?
Yeah.
Nice. I really like to sit down and kind of refocus myself because yes, I would absolutely love to own a home. It is something that my husband and I are obviously looking into at a slow snail pace, but, you know, I want to be very careful. What, honey?
The stick.
Oh, for the itches. Hold on. We have some mosquito bites and we're looking for the Benadryl stick. So, all right, Benji, go ahead and go put that on in the living room, okay?
Hi.
By the way, if you get mosquito bites, we have quite a few. Unfortunately, from being outside a bunch, the Benadryl stick works wonders.
So it does sting for a moment.
It stings for a second, but it's okay.
Yeah, that's just the only downside about it.
Yeah.
That's
Anywho,
back
so
to what you were saying.
back to what I was saying. I got permission.
Sorry.
But
I
obviously,
try not to be too much. Sorry.
you're fine. Anyway, my whole point is you know, I've had Marilyn Jean Designs for 5 years now, and naturally I want it to make more money. I want it to, you know, do well. It's kind of the whole reason I opened the business. Please pick those up.
I got it. Sorry.
We're dumping. Hi, Abigail. We are dumping her bath toys
Oh
accidentally
my
over here.
bad. No, I didn't know. I didn't know my phone was right there.
Anywho, so my whole point is I obviously want my business to do well. I want to, you know, make more money, things like that. Be able to pay my contractors more, XYZ. But I have to be very careful as a Christian business owner to not let my business or the money that it makes to become an idol. You know, everybody wants to be able to have nice things, nice cars, nice houses, nice bank accounts.
We have a nice house.
I know, but that's not my point. But like, at what point are we aspiring or being motivated versus being greedy?
Let's just hope not greedy, okay, guys? Because greedy is not a good thing.
Right? Because like what Griffin just said is like we do have a really nice duplex. I absolutely love the neighborhood that we live in currently. I love our house, which is why I'm not in a hurry to necessarily move.
Yeah.
However, I
really
absolutely loved everything about this specific house that we viewed earlier today. And so it's one of those things where I'm like, okay, Lord, if it's in your will for us, make it happen. But if it's not, then that's fine too. However, I know that me as a person can easily fall into the trap of, no, just because this house is in your price range, it's everything that you wanted, it's available, you need to do whatever you can to get it because that will achieve a dream and things like that. Versus instead of focusing on what I want, I need to focus on the one who knows what I need.
I'm just gonna take a little break.
Okay, you can go play. That's fine. I need to focus on the one who knows what I need. So if you guys could join us in praying about this house that I found kind of on accident, but we went and viewed this morning. If it's within God's will that He will open the correct doors for us to be able to achieve it. But if it's not His plan for our family, then that's fine too. I just need to know some way. One way or the other. I am going to add a little bit of bronzer to kind of deepen my eyes just a smidgen. Okay. So with all of that though, I would love to know if you guys own your own houses, do you rent, stuff like that. Do you have any advice one way or the other? I have never ever purchased a home. So this is 100% new to me. My husband has purchased homes in the past. We've never purchased homes together. But it also kind of gives me a motivation to make sure that the business is going to be doing well. I talked about this in a video that I recorded that will go out later this week. But I'm really learning that goal setting is ridiculously important. And I feel like that is important for podcasters, authors, business owners, all of us that will be coming together I think goal setting is important, but I don't think I ever truly understood what goal setting meant and how helpful of a tool it could really be, if that makes sense. I have recently started kind of giving myself smaller goals compared to like what some other maybe business owners would do. So for example, it is June currently. So I gave myself the goal of having a $600 profit for this month, since it's the 6th month of the year. Now that is not $600 of stuff coming in. To be transparent, I've already had $855 of stuff, of like revenue come in. However, I do have bills, I do have contractors and things like that. So my goal was to have a $600 profit. Next month, being the 7th month, I will focus on trying to have a $700 profit, so on and so forth. And the reason why I bring all this up is because it kind of ties back into, I really want to talk about our businesses, our books, our money becoming idols when we are Christian creatives. Because while it's not wrong to want to make more money and to better your life, we do have to make sure that our books, our podcasts, our magazines, anything that we're producing remains focused on the calling that God gave us. You know what I mean? I'm gonna kind of put this, I'm gonna smudge it here in a second too though. So yeah, so like with myself, yes, we're gonna start monetizing the podcast. Yes, we're going to start getting sponsors for the magazine to start making more money. But here's the thing. While the business is making more money, that means that we will be donating more money. So the more money that MJD brings in as profit, the more money we will be donating to local domestic violence shelters in the Kansas City metro. So it's just one of those things where, you know, we have to kind of stay focused. Does this mean more money for my family and I too, as we focus on becoming debt-free? Absolutely, you know, but it also means more money into the community, because us small businesses pay a pretty decent chunk in our taxes revenue for the community. But it also means more money in these shelters that are helping these women and children kind of restart their lives after leaving violence. And for those of you who don't know, I never had to stay in a shelter. I was lucky to have a safe place to go at my mom's house when I left violence, but not everybody has that support system and not everybody has that safety. So we really want to make sure that we are supporting these shelters who are doing such a good and important job. And whenever I get really excited about new projects, like Write the Vision Collective that we're working on, I always kind of have to stop and pray and humble myself of like, okay, yeah, we can bring that money in, but instead of focusing on, oh my goodness, we can actually have this much money in my bank account, I want to really focus on the fact that, no, we can buy this for the shelters, or we can donate this much money to the shelters, you know, or maybe we can even sponsor something else outside of that would bring, you know, God's glory to the community, things like that. So I've really been trying to humble myself the past couple weeks. And I bring this up not only because this is something that I personally have been praying about and struggling with lately, but I think I see a lot of this in like author groups that I'm in, how they're like, okay, well, I wrote the book and why am I not making any money? There's a couple different things on that. One, what's your marketing look like, right? But two, because you need to make sure that you're focusing on what God wants you to focus on. Otherwise, do we really think he's going to bless that project? I don't think so. I could be wrong. I don't know. But with all of that being said, if you guys are currently working on a project or a book or whatever, go ahead and drop a link or something below so that way we can support you or let us know how we can support you, pray for you, all of that. This is a safe space, a safe community. Putting on my mascara real quick for those of you who are listening to the replay via the podcast, audio only. To kind of focus so I don't get it like all over my face, you know? Because I feel like if I just did it willy-nilly, I would end up with major raccoon eyes. I could be wrong. See, I'm already getting on like my bottom lashes and I wasn't supposed to. Why am I a mess? I don't know. At least I don't try to be something that I'm not, I guess. Let's see, Abigail says that we can support her podcast, but somewhat on a break for the next couple weeks. I completely understand that. I have taken the entire summer off of recording new episodes, mainly because the boys were gonna be home, but also to kind of give myself a breather on having like one less thing to kind of do while I edit and launch the podcasts that are in my like bank currently. But if you want to put a link for people to listen to your past episodes, Abigail, please feel free to. So before I put my lip on, this particular episode is brought to you by Slide Jewelry, and they sent me some jewelry to show you guys. And I did already open it because I got really excited, but they're really pretty. So they sent me 2 pieces, technically 3, I guess, because whenever you get your little envelope, you get a little bracelet, boho bracelet, that has their logo on it. And so like that, you know, you kind of slip it on and you can just pull it to tighten it. I'm not good whenever I have my left hand. But so we have that one, but the pieces they sent me to actually show you guys are in here. You get this cute little bag. Okay, so the first one, okay, this is the bracelet. It is a gold bracelet that has like some diamonds on it. Do you see that? It's like a little tennis bracelet. And I think I'm gonna wear that on my right side since actually I'll do my left. I'm right-handed, so sometimes I have to think about what's the best way to put some jewelry on. I'll also be totally like transparent in the fact that I don't wear kind of like fancier type jewelry very often, but this is what the tennis bracelet kind of looks like. Super cute. And then if you guys are interested in any of this, I can send you the link directly to it. Also matches my wedding band with the gold, so that's kind of nice. And I think that gold goes with blue really, really well. And for those of you who are like listening, Abigail did just put her podcast link in the comments, but whenever I put this on like YouTube and the podcast, I will put her link in the episode description so that way you can easily access that as well. And then the next one, I believe this is a necklace. Yeah, which we can wear perfectly with today since we have such a pretty V-neck up here. And it has hearts, and for those of you who know me, know that I absolutely love hearts, and they have like little stars and gems in them. Very pretty. I did not get to pick out what I was sent. They just sent me whatever. So we're gonna go ahead and put this on so we can try putting it on properly. But I can get you a discount, or I can talk to you about how you can get your own package. I can't see how to clip this. There we go. So there we go. What do you guys think? I probably could go re-clip that one. I can look a little better. It'd be a little bit longer, but super cute. I love it. So I will be getting some pieces every month to show you guys, but these are the 2 for this month. And I can drop some links and stuff in the comments, or you can DM me, whatever. But I also kind of wanted to be a little fun today because we are gonna go out to eat with my family. So I'm thinking a hot pink lip with the pretty blue, since we didn't do much on the eyeballs, like as far as like color. And then obviously I have like the gold, and this is gonna be very me. My glasses are also gold, for those of you who don't know. So
what's going on in here?
what do you mean what's going on in here? Show them my pretty new jewelry.
Nice.
Yeah, see? Even my son says it's pretty. So we're gonna go ahead.
Wait, I mean, you're my mother. I have to compliment on it.
See, I'm raising boys that your daughters can be safe with. Listen to that. You're my mother. I have to compliment you on it.
What?
That was just really sweet. That's all.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Okay, we're gonna go ahead and put on a lip because we're getting close to our time here. But I want like a super bright pink lip.
Alright, let's see.
I have like no upper lip, I feel.
Seriously? Are you sure?
I mean, I do, obviously. But Abigail says pretty, thank you. So this is kind of my makeup look. I'm going to diffuse my hair so it's nice and like wavy and curly. And then with my glasses. So I will post a picture when I'm all done in my stories, so that way you guys can see. So make sure that you're kind of keeping an eye out for that. But I do want to thank you guys for coming on and participating, or even listening to the replay of
really
this
cool,
particular episode. What was cool?
Just like hanging out.
Oh yeah, he's like, is today our live stream day? Is today our live stream day?
I'm just excited to do it.
I know, I love having family stuff, right? Also, I feel like I have like hair in my makeup. But anywho, huh?
The cast or something?
No, but you know, life.
Oh, well.
So if you guys have any topics you want to talk about, please let me know. If you guys understand what I'm saying about making sure that our calling doesn't become an idol, I feel like the devil could really start leaning in on that with us, especially with being in a society of very much like keeping up with the Joneses type thing.
Yeah, just same thing with the Golden Tabernacle.
Yeah.
Just keep that in mind. Okay?
So I'm gonna go diffuse my hair because it's gonna take probably about 20 to 30 minutes, and then I'm gonna start calling people about that house I was telling you about. So keep an eye out for more posts or updates about that. If you guys need prayers, please feel free to comment or to message me. Or if you have any questions about what Marilyn Jean Designs does, please comment or feel free to message me as well. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and God bless.
All right, see you guys.